Good evening, friends. I would like to speak about the God point of view in this world and human point of view in this world. What is real wisdom? What is the real strength to this world? What is that to the world of human beings? What is the real strength and what is the real wisdoms to this and religious people, God people? That is more important. That is the things I am going to speak about that regarding with this. And First Corinthians and chapter 117 to 35 and say is said like this said like this by Corinthian to change our mindset from the world point of view. We have to live as in that God point of view is more important. Brethren, the Christ did not send me to baptize, but to preach the gospel. Gospel means the religious word, the God words to this world people. That is, and not with the word of eloquent wisdom, not with the word of eloquent wisdom, and lest the cross of the Christ imparted its power, like the Christ. That means by the way of life, practically we have to advocate the gospel to the place is more important than giving that eloquent word wisdom, eloquent the words that is important from here. Whatever you are thinking, you have to practice, and what are you practiced, you have to preach the word. That is more important than reading and preaching to others. Not only reading, and we have to live like this. For the word of cross, the word of cross is and foolishness, lack of wisdom, lack of sense, lack of knowledge, foolish to those who are perishing, those who are perishing, and those who are spoiling. They thought that and the crucifixion, the cross is that foolish things. That means the perishing people and dying people and decaying people thinking like that. But to us, who are being saved, it is the power of the God. Who can save me? Who can save you? Only the power of God can save us. Power of God can make us to live in this world. They make us to depart from this world into that world. We cannot go ourselves easily like from Osul to Bangalore or Osul to Delhi or from Osul to any part of the world we can go with easily. It is too difficult to go to that Chandrayaan third, and they have landed that the satellite Chandrayaan third in that lunar surface with great effort, with great things. But we cannot bring anything from there to here, or here we cannot take set apart from any other things. Here the earth is full of in many places of that one third of the universe is land. Yes, one third of. But in that one third of that land is look like a lunar surface place. No water, no living things, no normal things like what is in our area. The groundwater level is getting and more than 3,000 feet. How can the trees will live? How can we get monsoon? How can we make that agricultural activities? How can that species will live in this world? How can a tree take the water to survive in this world? In that case, going deteriorate conditions without taking some measures to solve these issues. The sending a satellite to the moon. The moon will bring a great rains to us. That is more important. Say whatever it may be, and think about yourself. So many problems is on that earth. So many part of that earth is become that lunar place and a dead place, like without any vegetation, a deserted place. Human beings cannot live in that place. The forest become that land become that barren lands to become like and flat like the concrete forest. And this is things is a great the problems to not you and me. The present living people cannot get any problem. the forthcoming generation, the future generation will be affected regarding with that. And I'm telling by my prudence, by my thinkings, by my wisdoms, and foresighting, I'm telling all the things. You will not get any problem. I will not get any problem. We will get everything through and online, but because the source is there, they will bring regarding for that. It is represent that scarcity of the things, in that in the same condition, deteriorated conditions, we are spoiling the nature means future generations definitely will be suffered, will be tortured, and they will lead that very epidemic and also the very famine life in that future without sufficient food, like Somalian people, like Nigerian people, like Libyan people, and many more people. If take care of this existing earth, give lot of fund a lot to give more beauty, more life to this earth. Earth only we can live, but we cannot go and live in that place. One or two people go and they also die. And after sometimes, I had seen that Discovery Channel. The person cannot stand this, stayed in that many years, and they fell down and cannot stood up regarding for this. Okay, whatever it may be, cross is fully those who perish, but to us and who are saved, saved. It is the power of the God. Who are saved, it is the power. I am getting life by power of the God only. I am speaking regarding in that spot. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. I will destroy. God is also wisdom of the wise. The wisdom of the wise is associated for the materialist investigation, and also the money, and also this temporary happiness only. The wisdom leads to that. The lunar surface is that wisdom that we cannot get even is here, and 1 liter water to drink from there to here. Regarding it, that highly it is not possible. Your assumption, you are not owner of this world, and also the give God wisdom. Thinking like that, you will realize your lack of wisdom, lack of sense. Your insanity will be proved regarding stuff that half-liter water is 10 rupees, 1 liter water is 25 rupees. If they keep in the refrigerator, it will means 30 rupees a man, and 1 liter milk is that also 35 or something like this. Equal part with the water become that very precious things from there, but you are finding that and waterless and barren land with a great wealth of that great spending regarding in that place, regarding in that place. The voice and discriminant of that discerning, that discernment means and the ability to judge well yourself, what you are doing is a good things or and great things, any useful things, and now that Sundarban forest British people and maintained for the 25,000 acres sprawling for your this, but nowadays only 6,000 acre only, and that is why all the wild beasts enter into this area regarding with this. Instead of saving this earth, going to doing anything just like seeking that empty bubbles, and that is not useful to you as well as to you can lead that better life, but and the future generation, your son and all the other son, even my son and granddaughters, they cannot lead life in this earth. You will convert after that, some from some other planet, some aliens will send and satellite to and study about the earth condition. Once upon a time water was there, lake was there, river was there, and the same thing in that place. Okay, one who is wise and in that I will thwart, yeah, and this means the discernment and discerning. I will thwart. Discerning means what discerning means showing good judgment is more important. I will thwart means stop, thwart, prevent from somebody accomplishing, lack of good sense. And regarding for this, why God not give wisdoms to the people in the beginning? Adam and Eve, the fruits of wisdom can be eaten by the forbidden fruit, eaten by the God only. Not why not given to the human beings? Through evil, human being tested that. That is why air pollution is there, water pollution is there, soil pollution is there. People is not giving importance to that God. They are giving importance to the Satan and the materialistic perspective way of life. According to my things, this is that reasons God stopped not to give knowledge to the people. Knowledge must keep in that mind only, yeah, God only. That is more important. in those who and is that what? Where is that one who is wise? Where is that wise man nowadays? All the wise men who got, where is that scientist to send satellite from Russia or satellite to that America or satellite to any other places? And where is that wise man? Where is the scribe? Where is the great scholar of that those who are lived in that places? Where is that debtor of that age? Debater of that age, all the age debating against God is not here. God is everywhere, or God is no more God. If anybody is speaking about the God, where is that people debate us? And he has not God made the foolish, the wisdom had not made that foolish the wisdom, foolish the wisdom of this world. The wisdom of the world is foolish to the, and according to that knowledge of that God. In the point of view, the what is the foolish, what is the wisdom in this world? That is the foolishness to the God. What is foolishness to the God? That is wisdom in this earth. For since in that wisdom of God, the world did not know that through the wisdom. You cannot see the God. Anybody want to see the God or want to see goddesses? Means you can see only through the wisdom of the. You cannot see that God through your wisdom of this world by the scientific anything for this. Only that you can see for and Saturn or any other things from that wisdom. It plead the God through that fully of the what we preach to see those who believe. What is the foolishness? Some of these is speaking like that, the preaching of the gospel, teaching of the religious things, scribe is that foolishness. It is that real wisdom to save this earth. After killing this earth, destroying this earth, can you go and live in this place before your time will be concluded? You will be and attain that eternal sleep and died. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. After thinking like that, the woods are very barren and dangerous and ugly. And I had a promise to do, but I cannot do that promise. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I cannot go miles. I can go only for that several feet only, not miles. Regarding to that, your life will be concluded. And after that, what will you do with this? All things from this. For and the wisdom, it plead the God through that folly of what preach to save those who believe. For Jew demand the signs. Jew people during the Christ period, the Jewish people demand that sign. What is the sign you are? You said you are the son of the God. What is the sign? And you prove it yourself regarding for this. He did many signs regarding for this. And also that the Jew demand that signs and Greek seek that wisdom. Greek seek that wisdom, but preach Christ crucified. But Christ preach, but we preach Christ crucified. Christ, we are telling about that Jesus was crucified to save this world sinner, world foolish people. He take all his people from that very normal people, very low level to into that. He may make the wiseless person into the wiseful person, very weak person into the very strong person. That is the things. Christ is the power of Christ is the power of the God, and the wisdom of that God. And Christ is the power of the God and wisdom of the God. If you worship Him and have Him, definitely you will have that power of the wisdom, power of the God and the wisdom of the God. In these two places, both the Jews and critics and Greek, both the Jew and Greek, Christ is the power of the God and wisdom of the God. For the foolishness of the God is wiser than man. The foolishness of the foolishness of the God is wiser than man. Foolishness, the foolishness, the foolishness of the God, foolishness of God. God is wiser, W-I-S-E-R, wiser than man, wiser than man. But the wisdom of that man is foolishness of the God. Foolishness of the God is more important. While keeping all the things, I am writing into that to the places. Yeah, the weakness of God is stronger than man. The foolishness of the God is wiser than man. The weakness of the God is stronger than man. Stronger than weakness of the and the weakness of the God is stronger than man. God wisdom is that foolishness of the God is and stronger than man means God has given the small creeper huge pumpkin and the huge fig tree they have the small fig fruit. Yes, that is the foolishness of God and foolishness of God. People like that that after realizing that it might be the wisdom of the God, after that man was sleeping under the fig tree, a small fig fruit fall into the nose. Suppose God has given a pumpkin size fruit means, so what would happen to that man? The head will be smashed, might be smashed, he might be. Then he realizes that God wisdom and God strength, that is more important. God weakness is and more strength to the mankind. God foolishness is and man wisdom is to the man wisdom. So the Lord is the merciful, love fill the earth. Lord's merciful love fill the earth. Lord merciful fill the earth. Give your joy to the Lord, who you just. For Christ is putting forth that upright. Give thanks to the Lord upon the harp, with the 10-string lute to sing him song. 10-string lute, the sing to him. Lord's merciful love and fill the earth. Lord merciful love, fill the earth. It is the Lord's merciful love. Lord's. L-O-R-D-S. Lord's. M-E-R-C-I-A-F-U-L. Merciful. And love. Merciful love fills the earth. F-I-L-L-S. Fills the earth. That is more important. Because the quality of mercy, yes? Quality of mercy is the most powerful thing. That is more powerful than the crown of the king. That is more powerful than the scepter of the kings. The mercy can bless it the person to give as well as to get. I am also regarding in that place. The Lord's merciful love fills the earth. For the word of the Lord is faithful, and all the work to be trusted. All the work to be trusted. The Lord loves justice and the right, and His merciful love fills the earth. Lord, merciful love fills the earth. Merciful God, merciful love should be filled the earth. The Lord frustrated the design of the nation. He defeated the plan of the people, the design of the stand forever. The plan of His heart from age to age. Lord's merciful love fills the earth. Okay, acclamation, praising. Stay awake all the time. Stay awake all the time. And praying that you may have strength to stand before the Son of Man. Praying all the time. Praying all the time. And stay awake all the times. And praying that you may have the strength to stand before that Son of Man, the Son of God. And before the God, we must have that strength by doing prayer. That is more important than daily eating and food from that Zomato or any other things. Prayer, that is important. Whatever it may be, pray, do the prayer with God. All the you may faith of that our method, faith or truth, and teach the same things to all the people. Whatever. Matthew 25, 1 to 13. At the time Jesus told his disciples this parable, and through the parable only he used to teach the people to make them so wise. Nowadays, through the fiction, through the serials, through cinema, and make these present rulers fools. That is important. The parable, the kingdom of heavens to be like a 10 virgin, and who took their lamp and went to meet that bridegroom. And the kingdom of heavens to be the 10 virgin. Virgin means unmarried girls, and go for that. And the virtuous girls goes for that. Who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. Bridegroom means God. To meet the God, to meet the husband. That is, 5 of them were foolish. In the out of 10, 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. wise. For when the foolish took their lamb, they took no oil with them. The foolish took their lamb, they not took they took no oil with them. The foolish people, but the wise took flask of oil first, oil with their lamp. As the bridegroom was delayed, he did not come on time. They all become drowsy and slept. But at the midnight there was a cry. Here is the bridegroom, come. They come out to meet him. Then all those virgins rose and trimmed their lamp. All those virgins and rose and trimmed their and ready increased that lightning of that lamp. And the foolish said to the wise, give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. Our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, since there will be no enough for us and for you, there is no enough for us as well as to you. Go rather to the dealer and buy for yourself. Please don't ask that this oil is not enough for us. Like our student used to share the milk food from the small amount of that small vessel and small different bags, sharing with 4 people. Why not all the people bring food and share, have it in sufficient manner? That is important to increase that physical power, to increase that spiritual power, wisdom. That is more important. The wise answer is saying, since there will be no enough for us and for you, we don't have that excess amount. That is sufficient for us. We did not bring any surplus amount of the oil and to us. That is enough for us. 5 girls said, go rather to the dealer and buy for yourselves. And whilst they were going to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast. Those who are ready, the 5 girls, 5 out of that 10 virgins, the wise virgins to go with that bridegroom. So while that foolish and the foolish virgins had gone to the dealer or that to buy the oil to their lamp. The door was shut. Immediately the door was shut by that officials. Afterwards, the other virgin came. Late. One day I went to that Kakapalayam to write and examination, usage examination. That time 7:30 I have to report, but I had reached the spot by 8:30. That's why they have closed the door. They did not allow me. I have a call ticket. I have spent for that auto from the here to there Salem for 160 rupees. Then to reach that spot for and 20 rupees. Then again I had given 110 rupees to the auto. I have a call ticket, but they did not allow. They have closed all the things. We have like me, many foolish like this the foolish girls. After asking oil from that wise, and they had gone to like that delayed. That is my fault. I must be reach the spot at 6:30. 12 is mine. So I am also planning to the and the foolish I did not allow to write the examination. Suppose they did not did allow. I would not get passed because I did not prepare well regarding for this get the worldly wisdom. I don't want worldly wisdom. Yes, because the worldly wisdom is a foolishness to the God. Foolishness of the God is the wisdoms to this world. They will realize later part of life. Yes, the door was shut. Afterwards, the virgins came along saying, Lord, open to us. I also cried with that. It is not a knowledge institute, it is a foolish institute. I used to that. Out of my foolishness is set. Already I did without reading the all ticket. All the instructions I stood before that place. That is more important regarding for this. And the fear open to us. But he answered like that in the same manner. Truly, I say to you, I do not know you. And watch therefore, for you know neither a day nor the hours. You are always watching. Be ready to go with that people. You want to see me always do the prayer and neither a day nor the hours, nor the Ours will always do that same thing. He said like this. It's a very good, wonderful thing. Sir. We have to live life. We want to lead successful life means we have to lead life like five virgin and brides. Brides. We should not live like as the foolish virgin. The five wise virgin. We must have some extra oil. That means we save anything. We have to save some amount for the later part of our life. Whether we live it or not, doesn't matter. The preserve some of the oil to face all consequences, all problems which will come across in our life is more important. Yes, life is more important, and that is then only we can lead that. We can get the blessing of that God, praise of the God, mercy of the God. That is important. This land should be filled with that mercy of that God is more important. Ready to sacrifice for the welfare of the nation is more important than that welfare of these materialistic sophistics. Reflection. Jesus recognized that prudence. Prudence means what? The quality of being prudent, the conscious, and foresight. That is the frugalities. Foresight, frugalities is essential. Always thinking about, not thinking about the present. We have to thinking about that past. And but you cannot give life to the only you can land the Sandrayan 3, Sandrayan 4, Sandrayan hundreds also with our amount also. Today I have purchased one things for that GST, state GST 124, central GST for 124. Yeah, but people money is also you are wasting for that. You cannot give life to that. You cannot make that any agriculture land in that area. You cannot bring even the single specks from the here from there to here. That will be waste and useless things. You have to give more life to this earth. You tell that Bharat Mother is also going to damage, is wasted, spoiled, neck, and you destroying that, killing that, slew that head of the throat of that Bharat Mother. You chant all the things, but how it is should be accepted. Well, there is water in that Rajasthan, there is water in that and Uttar Pradesh, there is water in that to do agriculture. So why that people moving here and there to get that? The people are moving daily bread to going. Tamil Nadu people to comes to your North India, North Indian people to coming here. These people is going there and everywhere for the daily bread and water, man. But you are standing in that place. How that should be accepted? Regarding for this, for you destroy the forest, you destroy the mountains, you destroy that earth, you destroy that water, and many more things regarding with this for your material sophistication, for the temporary happiness. Why not give important for that permanent happiness to give in that future generation? That is more important to have all the things for this. Jesus recognized that prudence of the five virgins and the prudence and has often called the queen of virtues. Queen of virtues. The prudence, thinking, the foresight, as well as frugalities, and is known as that the queen of virtues. That is the queen virtue qualities. Only the Queen Elizabeth used to give chances to enjoy the peace in that England, the peace in that America, peace and many more places. People started to and realize their happiness in their life. But due to prudence, non-prudence people, the like the foolish virgin, and they always indulge the time with the war field regarding bloodshed and many more things regarding for this, because it enables the one to do the right thing in a particular situation. But without his wisdom, even the most prudent judgment will be erroneous given. Without prudence, without thinking, they are giving lot of the judgment is erroneous. Erroneous means the and wrong and incorrect will be erroneous, and short-sighted or inadequate to that people. That is important. The alertness to that pre-request for the prudence. Alertness, pre-request for that prudence. Think about the future generation, future world, and future India is more important. Why not give water freely? Huh? Why you are selling water? In the future, you will sell that oxygen to all the people. That time, make money for your and foolishness regarding for this. Erroneous and short-sighted and inadequate alertness in the pre-request for that prudence. Jesus calls to that stay awake for one does not know, and when one is required to be prudent in a particular situation. We awake, no one is know what we is required. Did we expect anything about the COVID-19? Or the British people expect about the plague of that several times. Did we expect that earthquake in that anything? When will it happen? We know not by our thinking, for our food or any kinds of and scientific inventions. Did you we experience that tsunami? And before we know come across after arrival only we know the spelling of the tsunami TSUNAMY. Yes, tsunami TSUNAMY like that. Yeah, regarding in that place. When will drought will come? When will this earth will become that Nigeria, Somalia, Libya, and many more places, etc. Because of our foolishness, our lack of wisdoms. One does not. So the alert is a free request to prudence, and Jesus calls us to stay awake. Stay awake. That is more important. Stay awake. Stay alone and stay and hungry. That is important. We are doing all the things. We are not awake. We are always eating, and also they are not thinking regarding for this. One does not know when one is required to be prudent in a particular situation. The presence of the Holy Spirit with us and ensures that we live in that state of grace. State of grace. Only the Holy Spirit only determines we are living in the grace of the God. We are getting even that 10 rupees per half liter water is the grace of God only. In the future you have money, but you cannot get water from easily to any place to drink. Unless you can drink water from that purified. You are sending all the water into that ocean, then lakhs and lakhs of rupees, crore rupees is spent to purify it and given to the people to spoil their kidney and make a great epidemic disease to the people to and conclude their life. Why not save the water directly which is come down from the heaven and store in many more dams should be constructed proportionate to the people. How much amount you are forcing to get land to the lignite corporation? How much amount you are put effort to and get the land for the 8 corridor road project? How much force you are using to the peoples to fight from that to make that desert empty that village people from that area? How much amount put effort to get 5,000 acres, 50,000 acres to establish the aerodrome in that place? Why not in the same manner, sir, they put effort to put the construct the dam like and Kamarajar and benefit and British people. That is more important, man. The saving water in that earth is more important than go and find out the water in the moon. The moon regarding in that place. Whatever it might be, you can say. It is my quite sayings regarding but the state of the grace, which are oil in that lamb of that virgin represent. The same manner we have to save the earth. Then only we can all the people we can lead. You can enjoy the happiness, but your children will not enjoy anything for this. If we have that enough oil, then we do not have any worry. If we have enough oil, if we have enough water, if we have enough natural resources, if we have enough protection, safety, or anything for this, we will get that some knowledge and we will get that strength to lead peaceful life is more important than anything person. Thank you friend for watching my video, and also I hope definitely you will and subscribe, share my videos with your friend to the sustain that all foolish work of that people to be seized with the grace of the God is more important. Pray for them to spend that people money for the good causes of this people. Those who are living in this earth is more important. They must be given that good knowledge to all the people to sustain this world is more important. This world is built with the grace of the God, not order of that any and orderless people. Thank you. Bye.